Hey guys, my name's Amr Yunus, and I wanted to do a tribute to my friend Nabeel Qureshi. Um, Basically, me and him were best friends in middle school. Growing up in Virginia Beach, he was my best friend in middle school. Um, he passed away last Saturday, 2 days ago. Last Saturday. In the afternoon. That's what when I talked to his sister, that's what he said, or that's what she said. When I found out, when I was following his videos on the YouTube, his vlogs, and when I saw the latest vlog, his face changed and he did not look like in a good state. And after I talked with his parents, I felt like I just need to drive down there because I live in Dallas, and he was in the MD Anderson Hospital in Houston. So then I went. I just the next day I just drove by myself. I wanted to take my family too to see him, but I just drove by myself, and I stayed all day with him. Um, and his family, because they were his family is like my family, like his parents. I felt like I'm their son, growing up, spent so much time together. Like he would spend like a week, 10 days at my house, and I would go spend a week, 10 days at his house. It was like really close relationship. So when I got there and I saw Nabil, I didn't think I would have any emotional reaction, but I did have an emotional reaction. Just tears just started coming out when he looked at me, and then he said, he had a smile on his face, and he said like, "Oh hey, Amr, how are you?" And even though like he's in this like state, he's not able to talk. He did manage to smile and recognize me, and I held his hand, and that's when like tears started coming out, and I started making some du'as or prayers for him, like that you're the cure, you can cure him, you can cure him, bring him back, cure him. But I didn't do anything. I don't think he gave me permission, would have given me permission to do any prayers on him, like out loud, like sometimes the Christians do, um, or even Muslims do if they're doing ruqya or whatever. But that's a different topic. But I did spend all day with him, and just soaking it in, and just wondering, if there was going to ever be a chance for us to talk and have like a heart to heart before he leaves the earth. So basically, I mean, I in preparation for him leaving, on the way to Houston, I stopped by Barnes and Nobles, and I just picked up his book. The book Seeking Allah, Finding Jesus. This book is number one bestseller on Amazon. It has so many ratings, 5-star ratings, and I read some of it and I started reading it. It's a page turner. I mean, one thing about Nabeel is that he is the most amazing speaker, the most eloquent, like with his words. He's very convincing, and the way he writes this is it's like a suspense novel, and it's just that's how he always was. I mean, like when he was younger, at least, he was very competitive. I mean, with his debate, he's a big debater too, and his nature is like he always wanted to win. He always wanted to, be on top. That was his nature. Like sometimes we'd be playing basketball. I'm like, all right, man, we're done. You don't have to win. And just like where it's over, and he just really wanted to win. Also, when we play like magic cards and stuff. But anyways, um, Yeah, so um, I brought the book like hoping that he can, maybe write a note for me, in case I don't see him again. And I mean, I didn't think he was going to be able to do that, but he did write something for me because his parents insisted, his parents insisted on, uh, writing a note. So he wrote this in there for me to Amr, and then he signed it, and like his eyes were closed, and he was writing it. So at least I got something from him, just to remember him by. My biggest regret, I guess, though, with Nabeel, um, was the fact that I didn't have a chance to have like a heart to heart with him, like a discussion where we could just sit down and discuss our viewpoints, discuss where we have come, all these years, like where we are now. Like he's gone so far in a different way, and I've gone, in a different way. Like I'm talking religiously speaking. And never got a chance to have like a heart to heart discussion. There was a couple times where I met him after he was Christian, um, and we didn't discuss anything, in details. I mean, he came over to my dad's office, and we're just seeing how he was. I mean, just it was a pretty cold conversation, to be honest. I mean, we're just there, and he was just. I felt like he was just ready. He just wanted to debate and argue with me, and I was not interested in arguing. I just wanted to see how he was, just like old time's sake. Um, and then the second time at a party, I met him, and I mean, just discussing like things, about Bukhari, and like he did bring up some stuff like about Bukhari, and he has his phone and like brings up different hadiths that might be controversial, but I didn't feel like doing that. I mean, but the the regret is that we didn't have that conversation, where we actually sit down and discuss these things. Nabeel is always a better debater than me. He's a very intelligent. He's very eloquent with his words, and um, that fact it makes it hard to if to share and stuff. But I did really want to share, from my heart. I mean, just for the sake of myself, and just sharing all the amazing experiences I've had, in my faith, and just logic and putting everything together, just wanting to have that heart to heart. Um, and I even had notes written up and all this, but just ideas for discussion, but it didn't happen. I mean, it didn't happen because when I was there, he was really just not out of it. I mean, he was just his eyes were closed. Most of the time, he was just sleeping, and then he would get up and say stuff every now and then. He recognized me. He signed the book, but he never did, was awake to like that, to have a good, conversation. And also when I tried to meet with him, the other month, a couple months ago, like we were driving back from Louisiana, hitting Houston. I was trying to meet up with him, so we could just, talk, like old times and just sit. But that didn't happen. He was busy going somewhere else. So yeah, so then that's the end of that. So basically, that's my regrets, and my deep condolences go out to Michelle, his wife, and his daughter Aya Fatima Qureshi. Um, I feel very sad for them, and I feel very sad for his parents. You know, it's been really tough for them, and I'm sure it's very tough for Michelle. She's a very strong woman. She has a very good head on her shoulders, and I pray that, you know, God gives her solace, and God gives her, you know, peace of mind and guidance that we all need. And same thing with, you know, Nabeel's parents. You know that you know that God provides them, you know, the solace and peace that they need. Yeah, his mom. You know, when I talked to her, his mom was just, you know, just she was like, you know, in so much agony over this issue, and then so much stress and sadness. So I just hope that, you know, that God can provide that peace to everybody who was associated with Nabeel, that, you know, their hearts can be filled with solace and a sense of peace in some way. And that's basically all I wanted to share. And I might post some other videos later. Alright, take care.
أغيب وذو اللطائف لا يغيب لا يغيب، وأرجوه رجاء لا يخيب لا يخيب، وأسأله السلامة من زمان بليت به نوائبه تشيب، وأنزل حاجتي في كل حال إلى من تطمئن به القلوب، فكم لله من تدبير أمر طوته عن المشاهدة الغيوب، وكم في الغيب من تيسير عسر ومن تفريج نائبة تنوب، ومن كرم ومن لطف خفي ومن فرج تزول به الكروب، ومن لي غير باب الله باب ولا مولى سواه ولا حبيب، كريم منعم بر لطيف جميل الستر للداعي مجيب، حليم لا يعاجل بالخطايا، رحيم غيث رحمته يصوب، فيا ملك الملوك أقل عثاري، فإني عنك أنأتني الذنوب، وأمرضني الهوى لهوان حظي، ولكن ليس غيرك لي طبيب، فآمن روعتي واكبت حسودا، فإن النائبات لها نيوب، وآنسني بأولادي وأهلي، فقد يستوحش الرجل الغريب، ولي شجن بأطفال صغار أكاد إذا ذكرتهم أذوب، ولكني نبذت زمام أمري لمن تدبيره فينا عجيب، هو الرحمن حولي واعتصامي، به وإليه مبتهلا أتيب، إلهي أنت تعلم كيف حالي، فهل يا سيدي فرج قريب؟ فيا ديان يوم الدين فرج هموما في الفؤاد لها دبيب. وصل حبلي بحبل رضاك وانظر إلي وتب علي عسى أتوب. وراع حمايتي وتول نصري وشد عراي إن عرت الخطوب. وألهمني لذكرك طول عمري فإن بذكرك الدنيا تطيب. وقل عبد الرحيم ومن يليه لهم في ريف رأفتنا نصيب. فظني فيك يا سندي جميل ومرعى ذود آمالي خصيب. وصل على النبي وآله ما ترنم في الأراك العندليب.